I know. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest cryptocurrency channel in all of the interwebs. People love that word, interwebs. I actually went to the church that I grew up in on Sunday for Easter, and the pastor pointed me out, Pastor Billy, shout out to old Billy. He told the audience that we actually have the largest crypto site in all the interwebs. And he used it in a very serious way, and I really like that we've turned interwebs into a very serious topic of conversation because internet is lame.
Speaking of serious, you're coming in with your greaser look today, huh?
Well, you know, it's a crypto side story.
Oh.
You know, it's the maxis versus the alties is what this is. So be careful. You might get cut. All right, listen, guys. Today, we got a very exciting show for you. Of course, my name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I'll show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. A lot of you guys have been doing it. We actually just hit 767,000 subscribers on the channel, which is good that our subscriber number is going up because the Bitcoin number has been going down. So we're certainly working hard to make sure that we keep the subscriber numbers up to balance out Bitcoin. Guys, I got a lot of announcements here kind of at the beginning. First of all, I do want to say, I'm going on vacation this weekend, so we will not be live streaming Friday. Monday, we're actually going to be live streaming in the evening. So I'll be back Monday afternoon and things like that. So, guys, we're going to calm your fears today. We're going to talk about why, we've got some levels of support that are fine. I got wrecked on some trades. Don't even want to talk about it right now, but we're still fine. But later today, I've got CryptoFace on to talk about the markets. I also have, later on, we got a video on what altcoins I'm buying tonight, including an altcoin that we're going to look at today. And things like that. So we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin markets, looking at the crypto markets, looking at the altcoin markets, trying to figure out, what is some stuff that we want. What? Yes. Yeah, we're live right now. Hey, Haley. Come on in. Haley, come say hey to the people.
It's a true testament to how genuine we are when people come in this room and literally can't tell the difference of when we're live.
2 days in a row.
When we're live and when we're not.
A lot of people said Mr. Elron got fired yesterday. I would be pleased to report Mr. Elron Schmeeds did not get fired. And also, guys, here on BitboyCrypto.com, or I'm sorry, on our YouTube channel, we have our Hidden Network channel and also our New Money Gang channel. We've not had any Hidden Network videos in 2 days because Mike is sick. So Mike is trying to get over a little cold or something he's got. So hopefully he'll be back. We will be having don't call it the vlog squad. That doesn't have good connotations these days. We will be tonight at the meetup. We will be, doing some video and stuff like that. So here is our meetup tonight at Andretti Indoor Karting and Games in Marietta. I know a lot of people are coming. Saw people saying they're coming from, somebody's driving from Pennsylvania.
Wow.
So
yeah, Alex texted me. He said he couldn't make the drive down from Indiana because he's getting married on the 27th.
He's
and
getting married.
Having to shell the big bucks out for the wedding.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, that is the information for our meetup tonight. I look forward to seeing everybody. I will talk to everybody. We may have to put, limited time cap on, pushing people through because I want to talk to as many people as possible. So, got that going on. Make sure you are following us on Twitter. 240,000 followers. And we kind of had a big story yesterday for the channel. Look who tweeted about me yesterday. Miss Paris herself.
Pretty cool.
What's that?
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Not even a retweet, an actual tweet where they
clipped
your live stream. Pretty neat.
Yeah, 17 million followers. Paris Hilton, posting about crypto and NFTs. And we got some big NFT news for you a little bit later on in the video today. But I was really excited to see that. I thought that was really cool. So we are just seeing kind of a blend of the mainstream and the crypto community. And it's a beautiful thing. Also, guys, I did want to point out, I kind of had a scheduling snafu today. We are going to be doing a video on DFIT this week. It was supposed to go out today, but it's not going out today. It will be coming out later on this week. This is a project launched on the YFDI Launchpad, so we have YFDI connections to it, things like that. But I did point out they did have their sale. It sold out very quickly wherever that was. The public sale sold out at DFIT. It's digital fitness. So as you guys know, you've been calling me Fit Boy in the chat. Somebody said that's hot. Yeah, I should have retweeted it and said that's hot. People should go to that post on my Twitter where Paris did this, and you guys should retweet it and just say that's hot.
Or comment on it.
Or comment. Let us know what you think about it. So we will be talking about digital fitness a little bit later this week. I know, TJ, what is the schedule for BitBoy Fitness to come out on the Hit Network?
Oh, BitBoy Fitness, the workout channel.
The workout channel.
That sounds like bear market activities.
It is bear market activities.
Maybe next year.
Next year, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to work out and get big, get swolled up.
But you might be too big by then.
I might be. My wife said as long as I don't get so big I can't hug her, she's okay with that. Oh. She wants the hugs, you know.
That's fair.
I mean, I can't even do it now. So sorry. Okay. All right. So guys, we're gonna be looking at the markets. Let's go ahead and get jumped in. If you want to sign up and take advantage of any trading stuff you see here, we have Bybit. You can go to bitboycrypto.com/deals. You guys can get access to every deal we have on here, including crypto.com, BlockFi. Guys, don't even want to show it right now. Starting this because it's not live technically yet. Starting at 3 p.m. today when CryptoFace comes on the channel, biggest market cipher deal ever. And actually, okay, this isn't live till 3, but I'm going to show it. You guys can get more information about this. Today, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 15% off. And he made the promo code Leave Paris Alone. Because if you watch the Paris clip, the whole thing is about how people were giving her a hard time, on Twitter and stuff about being in Bitcoin. How stupid. So that's what he made it, Leave Paris Alone 15. He thought that was pretty cool. So that starts at 3 p.m. and it's a 48-hour sale. So
that's a big discount. That's
huge. 15% is going to go back to 5% after that. So, of course, we do have merch. Get some stuff. Talk about merch later. So, okay, let's go ahead and jump in here. Market Watch. Here we go. Bitcoin at $56,500. I basically got wicked out 3 times. It seems like every time we're having a giant dump, I'm getting in the very beginning of it. So, don't know what that's saying. I'm not really paying attention a lot. So, what does that say? BitBoy and TJ are swole mates?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I don't know if TJ's that swole, really. But I guess his destiny is to be swole. So we'll see if I can get him big. If TJ starts getting big, you guys just know it's because of me.
Yeah, definitely not Shelby.
Yeah, definitely not our actual trainer.
Right.
But you guys know TJ likes to critique my form the entire time at the gym. So
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, so yesterday, I was like, who else do you know has 2 trainers at the gym? Yeah. Because TJ thinks he's my trainer. So, all right, Ethereum under $2,000 right now. Someone said, where can we find the 3 p.m. live stream? It's not a live stream. It's just a regular show. It is on YouTube on BitBoy Crypto. Make sure you're subscribed and get your notifications turned on, and also make sure you have notifications turned on YouTube. Because if you don't have them turned on your internal notifications through YouTube, you still won't get notified. XRP up 72% for the week, down 2.56%. We got a lot of blood on the markets. Tonight's video will actually be about how to buy the dips and what coins we're looking at. And one of the coins that we are looking at right now, if you look at the ones that have been decimated the most over the last 24 hours, was Harmony. Where is Harmony? It's moved up since I did the video. Harmony down 10%. It's down 26%. This is one that I told you last week I didn't have. You see how it just went up 8%?
That was right. That was amazing.
That was amazing. You got to know why that is because it's a 24 hour. So it will change drastically based on what it was doing literally 24 hours ago. But anyways, Harmony is one we're looking at, and Harmony actually just partnered with Benchmark Protocol, another project that we like. Benchmark Protocol expands development of Marketplace to Harmony, 1 token whitelisted. So we're delighted to announce the Benchmark Protocol will be deploying the Marketplace on the Open Harmony blockchain in addition to Ethereum, further extending the cross-chain utilization of Mark via 1. Wait, Mark 1. Isn't that something?
It's like Mark 1.
Oh, our camera is a Canon Mark 4.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. We gave away the secret! The value of this deployment will be mutual as Benchmark Protocol seeks to further the reach of the Mark token. Different DeFi communities. Harmony, meanwhile, is rapidly growing DeFi ecosystem in and of itself, with a very ambitious goal of providing open consensus for 10 billion people in the future. It's our belief that the need for a decentralized stablecoin alternative will become more prominent as folks around the world continue adopting decentralized finance over traditional permission-based finance. So it's just kind of a cool thing. Benchmark, if you didn't know about it, we had a video on a couple weeks ago. It's built on Ethereum. We're an advisor for them or a partner with them. I can't ever keep up with what I am to these different projects, but we have a very close relationship with them. Binance Smart Chain and Harmony Blockchain, the Mark token is a native asset in the network and provides only the utility value available to it through the Benchmark network. So Harmony is one. If you watched our video a couple weeks ago where I talked about the top low-priced coins that I was looking at, or that I thought had a lot of potential, I told you guys I didn't own any Harmony. Well, we've been stacking up Bitcoin recently we finally met our goal. We met our goal for Bitcoin, and we're happy with what we have. So now it's time to go back into the alts. So we are going to be doing a lot of videos on altcoins this month, looking at ones that I'm literally going to be buying and adding to the portfolio. We might do another portfolio reveal video, maybe next month, show you guys everything that we've added and things like that, to see the progress. But what I will say is, there are a lot of good coins out there. You're going to learn a lot about a lot of them tonight that we're looking at buying, and we're literally going to be buying these. So I can't wait to be adding some of these to the old portfolio. So let's jump into Bitcoin, because obviously this is the big news. I mean, man, I just got so wrecked. So I made a big mistake yesterday. And guys, I've just not been paying good attention to my trades lately. And that's really been hurting. Because yesterday I was up really good on the trade, and I went and I looked at my phone on my Bybit app, and I clicked on Bitcoin USD where I had the trade, and it wasn't there. And I was like, oh, I must have said to take profit. And I looked at the price. I looked at the value of the portfolio. It was up. And I was like, oh, I guess I hit a take profit. I didn't realize I said it or something like that. And then what I realized later on was what I actually done is I had actually clicked the wrong pair. I was on like inverse, maybe I was on the futures contracts. I wasn't on the inverse perpetual contracts. And so I still had the position open because I would have closed it. And I didn't. And then overnight, it freaking wicked out. So I went from like a 20 or 30% gain to a 25% loss because I didn't do the right. I just wasn't paying attention. So it boils down to, I'm human, guys. We got a lot going on here. And so that really hurt me. And so this morning I woke up and it was like 57.5 and I got wicked out and said, oh, 57.5, what a great price to get in. So I jumped in and then it immediately dumped $2,000. Someone says, is BitBoy, what does it say? Is BitBoy live or is that Tom Cruise in Top Gun? Yeah. Listen here, Maverick or Goose. I don't know which one I am. I've never seen the movie. Wait, you know what? I was just thinking, I was talking to your dad, TJ, about, who was going to play me in the movie and who was going to play you in the movie. And he actually thinks Tom Cruise should play you.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. That's what your dad thinks. He thinks very highly of you.
Who did you think should play you?
Well, I know what they say. He's Zach Galifianakis, but by the end of this, I mean, it'll probably be The Rock. So.
I knew you were going to say The Rock.
How do you know?
I have no idea. When you said by the end of this and you were talking about being swole, I had a feeling you was going to be The Rock.
I'm going to be bigger than The Rock.
Maybe you can be The Rock and I'll be Zac Efron. We can do our own Baywatch.
Yeah, but the thing about The Rock is like he's bald. So, I don't know. Maybe he needs to get some transplants or something to play me. It'll be a big role for him.
You just do a Brian and Ben Armstrong mashup and get The Rock. You get swole and then Brian Armstrong's bald head. And then...
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's it.
All right.
Brian Armstrong. Okay. Nobody got that joke but us, but I thought it was very funny. Okay. So anyways, guys, so back here, on the charts, looking at what happened. Got it at 57.5. It immediately dumped $2,000 immediately. I got wicked out. Then I got back in at 56,100, feeling really good. And then it wicked all the way down to 55.5 in a minute, I swear, and wigged me out. And then it bounced back up. And so, I'm talking to Crypto Face today about this. Like, when the markets are going up and we're only longing, it makes sense. We're making a lot more money. And like Crypto Face says on this interview today, or maybe before we went on the interview, he said, the thing is like, right now with the way the market is, you're not getting these gigantic gains when you win. You're just barely winning. And so it feels like you want to let them ride more and then you're not getting out at the proper time. So guys, I'm human. I'm not a super advanced trader. I use Market Cypher and it's worked. We made 7 figures this year with it. I turned 10,000 into 100,000 in 16 days, but it's not an easy process. Like it's not like you just figure it out and then you win all your trades after that. I mean, CryptoFace lost 250K on a trade. I can't remember, maybe about a month ago or something like that. He's been doing more high risk trades, and the reason is because the market's choppy, so everything's riskier. But you just got to know that when you're in these trades and you're watching Bitcoin, like you're in it for the long term. Like not like you don't want to be in a trade for 7 years, but I mean you're trading if you do it consistently over time. Because I promise you, I've been wrecked more than anybody. I feel like I've been wrecked to the point where I should have quit many times, and I didn't because I'm stubborn. And eventually I got to where now I've made so much money with trading, I will never be able to go negative again unless I just light money on fire. That's what's going on with Bitcoin right now. We're going to look a little more at some of the specific price action. But right now on the, God, this computer screen gets so dark. Right now, looking, on the 4-hour chart, we've had 2 blood diamonds here, and both times it dumped. And I think the thing is we tend to, when we're looking at good trades, what we're doing is we're looking at the green dots, right? Like we want to find the good entries. But I don't set alerts for the blood diamonds or the yellow manipulation X's, and that's really what I should probably be doing. You should be putting as much of attention on the negative signs as the positive signs. And I think you just learned, like, there's overall leaks, and I think right now with Bitcoin, what we're seeing is, it's having a hard time at 60K. And somebody put something in the chat that I saw just a second ago, and what they said was that putting longs in near the all-time high is super risky. Well, 62,000 is the high. So when you're looking at getting longs in at 58,000 and below, or the low 58,000s, I mean, you're still, 4 to 6% away from the all-time high still. And what we've seen is every time it does, throughout this run we've been on, when it does break through all-time highs, several of the times it has been the very best opportunities for you to get in. I mean, if we go and look at the daily chart and we look at the different points where it's set all-time highs, let me remove the drawings here. So yes, it is risky. And there is an element of the risk that has very high reward, but the risk is definitely inherent. So like if we go back and look at Bitcoin since December when it hit all-time highs, and then we look at what happened every time it hit a new one. So this would have been when it hit 20,000. Like after it hit 20,000 right here, let me just do the measurements here. So from the all-time high at 20K, when it finally broke through to the peak before it corrected, 110% gains. Think about this. If you did this move and look, I definitely don't want to encourage like brand new beginners to go in and trade on super high leverage. But if you get 100% gain on 20x leverage, that's a 2,000% return. So for every $100 you put in, you'd put in 2,000. So you can do that math and you can see the gigantic upside of doing that. So let's go back and look at the next time that it hit an all-time high. It would have been right here. So from this spot right here to its next peak, 38% gain. So not as big as the one previous. Now, these two run-ups right here were after it reached an all-time high, it exploded. Ever since then, we've had a harder time going up because the next all-time high, we barely broke up above it. I mean, from here to here, like a 5% gain. So I don't know. Are we seeing a decrease in the volatility? So many times people have been like, it's going to rocket straight from 60 to 70, and we haven't seen it. But we did see it the first 2 times that we broke through all-time highs during the cycle. So just something to think about. It looks kind of like we could be just kind of, just glancing at the chart here, at the daily chart, kind of in some consolidation right here. We'll be looking more at Bitcoin's price here in a little bit. So let's take a look at Ethereum, which has actually been faring much better than Bitcoin over the last several days here. But even now, looking at the daily chart, you will see the Ethereum itself has now started to have a pretty big correction, but we're still maintaining very close to $2,000. I mean, it did dip down to 1930, but that was basically a wick. We haven't been there in 6 days, but it's already rebounded back up to 1983. And so let me find this tweet here real quick. Of course, you guys make sure you're following us on Twitter. We got 240K, looking to get to 250 pretty shortly here. But let's go to Raul Powell's Twitter here, because he said something about Ethereum that I really, really liked. And then also immediately Peter McCormick giving him grief here, or him giving Peter McCormick grief, who's a Bitcoin maximalist, of course. Someone said the CME gap at $54,095. That is true. We certainly could go down there. It started feeling like we weren't, but now it feels like it definitely could.
Yeah, I wanted to look at that a little bit on the next category.
Okay. Yep, we can do that. So Raoul Powell said, and I tell you guys this all the time, like, I don't know if you show this, if people think that I'm just making this up, or like that I just, for whatever reason, like, just love talking about Ethereum. Here's the thing. Fascinating to see that since inception And what year was that movie made, TJ?
Inception?
Yeah.
I'm terrible with that kind of stuff. I don't know, 2013?
Let's see. When was Inception made, the movie? This is a bad joke, but now we're actually looking it up. So 2010. He's not talking about the movie, guys.
Of course.
TJ, you really made me bomb that joke right there. You just let me go straight into it, and now I just feel like I'm left in the breeze.
Okay. Well, sometimes, hey, you don't always hit them all.
No, you don't hit them all.
Sometimes it's a swing and a miss.
Sometimes it is. Fascinating to see that since inception, so since ETH was created, Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin by 250%. It only fell below its initial price in Bitcoin for the first 5 months of its existence in 2015. Let that put to rest the idea that all our tokens trend toward zero in Bitcoin terms. Tokens that fail to get network effects trend lower. Tokens that achieve ecosystem network effects with active wallets, developers, and apps will likely rise in BTC terms over time. The art is in choosing which will get network effects, and that ain't easy, hence why I chose a basket. An Ether basket is what I'm looking for. And then he goes on to troll Peter McCormick a little bit. Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin by 250% since it was created. Okay, I want you guys to think about that. Only in the first 5 months did it trend down. Ethereum is the top pick. It just is. It's the safest on the volatility on the downside compared to other altcoins. And it also crushes Bitcoin consistently. And the fact that people still, the maxis are the most delusional people out there for sure, that they still believe that Bitcoin's going to crush Ethereum, it's laughable, honestly. Nothing in the numbers indicates that. Excuse me. The only thing that does, can I get a drink? I need a drink up here.
Sure.
Let me get an energy drink.
Okay.
Concurrent viewers right now, we have 19,686 people in the chat. Holy smokes. But we only have 2,034 likes. Guys, right now, I want you guys to think about this. Right now, our like count is only barely above the cost of Ethereum. We need to get the like number up closer to Bitcoin. So if you guys could, go ahead, especially if you're in the ETH gang, go ahead and smash that like button for us. We'll see the numbers go up. Bitcoin and Ethereum will hear those numbers stacking, and they will reverse the markets, obviously. But coming back over here, looking just more at the Ethereum chart here and looking at exactly what it is doing. On Market Cypher right now, on the daily chart here, you see we did get the red dot. Thank you so much. On the top of the momentum wave. I love this big perp energy drink. So, that was definitely... oh, yeah, they couldn't see it. No, yeah, there's the circle right there. So we did get the red dot on the momentum wave for the prices going down and dropping and things like that. So let's move into a little shorter of a time frame. Look at a 1 hour time frame here. On the hourly chart, we did on Ethereum get this large green dot down here at the bottom Market Cypher indicating a reversal. The last time we got one of those would have been right here. And that would have been an increase of, guys, I love Market Cypher. It's so great. That would have been an increase of 5% from there. So Justin No says, historically speaking, what happens to alts once Bitcoin tops? Should we exit alts prior to the Bitcoin top or hold for money to flow into alts? P.S. TJ is right. GTR has great traction control.
It's the real MVP.
It's a real MVP.
So that's a great question.
It's a great question. Now, if you guys didn't know when I got my Hellcat, you had to know this was going to come up. You had to know.
I did. I was trying to keep us on point.
I know.
Because that is a very good question that we should probably answer.
I will, but this must be said first. When I first got my Hellcat, I curbed 2 of the wheels, pulling out of a parking spot within the first 2 weeks of having it. And I felt physically ill. Yeah. And TJ, you told me at that point that I didn't know how to drive, obviously, and that I had a problem with curbs. And let me just reverse the question on you. How does it feel to curb your vehicle?
It doesn't feel great.
How do you know?
Because I curbed mine really bad yesterday.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It is funny to me, though.
But it is karma. It's what I get for letting you have it so bad, because you did do it twice on 2 different occasions.
Yeah.
I just did it once real good.
I refuse to park it next to a curb now, because the thing is it's a wide body. My Hellcat it's wider than my last Challenger, so I just, it takes a couple weeks to get used to it. But yeah, so anyways.
But the good news is it's at the speed shop now, so they'll
Fawn's here. Yeah, but is it not the sickest feeling in the world looking at it?
It's horrible.
It's horrible, but at least we're in position to be able to get them. I got mine repaired, so no marks on the Hellcat. I got red calipers on the Hellcat. You guys I'll have it tonight, Ainge ready. So back to this question. Historically speaking, what should we do with Bitcoin, or what should we do with altcoins when Bitcoin tops? What happened in the last cycle when Bitcoin topped out? Altcoins ran for 3.5 to 4 weeks, and that was their most parabolic movement, okay? So you should be flowing money out of Bitcoin into altcoins, but no, you're playing a game. You guys know that game Operation, where you reach in with the little tweezers and you got to pull out the bone or the apple or whatever it is. You know how hard it is to keep it in that little line without making it buzz? That's kind of like what it's like to time the market. So you're really playing a risky game. So that's why I encourage you guys, take profits as you go. That way it's not a zero-sum game of whether you time the market correctly or not. So, because I've been through it. I held everything to zero. So I don't want you guys to go through that again. So please watch Top Gun as soon as possible. Greatest movie ever made, from Edwin Rivera. I would say Edwin Rivera is probably 43 years old. Just a guess. How old are you, Edwin? I want to know, because that seems to be right in that range. I was a little bit too young for Top Gun, like just by like a year or two, for it to be relevant to me. So, all right, let's move on here. Let's look at this from Plan B. Now, if you don't know who Plan B is, he is the creator of the stock to flow chart. He said, Bitcoin has been stuck around $55,000 since February 19th. I guess we need some consolidation. I don't like it when he says I guess. I guess we need some consolidation around this magical number. Weak hands giving their coins, to strong hands. Long-term trend, 200-week moving average, does not care. It goes up every day. What is that question up there? Is there? I don't know if there's a site. Somebody dropped that in the chat. Andre Libred wants to know. I know I said that wrong. Is there a site to find out new crypto projects before they go mainnet? I know there's a tracker for that. I just don't know what it is. So somebody could drop that, some coin research stuff. Buy the dip on Eternity Chain and Pokemon. I talk about the Eternity dip today just a little bit in tonight's video. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good time if you missed out on the pump. So, all right, when we look at this here, if you didn't know what what stock to flow is, it's the most accurate chart in Bitcoin's history. It predicts a $290,000 Bitcoin by the end of this cycle, which I believe is in September or October. But right now, looking at what he's saying here, $55,000 has been a very kind of like, we've gotten above 55 and we've been below 55. And what we kind of look at right now is it feels like the Mendoza line. If you don't know what the Mendoza line is, I think it's a 200 batting average. Let me see exactly what it is real quick. Mendoza line. Yeah, it's 200. Look at that. I know my sports guys. I'm the sports crypto guy, if you didn't know. The line is 200. If you have above a 200 batting average, you're pretty good. You can be a competent hitter in the major leagues. If you're below 200, you are not a good hitter, right? Right now for Bitcoin, $55,000 is that line. If we're above 55,000, like, we still feel pretty bullish. When we dip below that, it started feeling like very, very concerning, right? Like, we were at 54, 53, going to 52, 51. Like, what is happening? Then we got back up above 55, and it felt like, oh, things are bullish again. And then we felt like we were going to charge to 60K, and it didn't happen. But looking at what's funny about that is the CME gap is actually right in that same range. So if you don't know what the CME gap here is, let me turn Market Cipher off here. There we go. Okay, so these are the futures contracts. And we are going to we're working with Exablock to give you guys some more information on these kinds of futures contracts and interesting charts having to do with the institutional stuff. We're just like trying to find the best way to deliver that to you. So we'll be talking more about this in the future. But if you look right here at this gap in the chart, the reason this exists is because the futures contracts close Friday evenings and they reopen Sunday evenings, okay? So Bitcoin obviously doesn't close. So that means sometimes there's a gap between, where the market closes and where it opens for the CME futures. Traditionally, we see these gaps get filled. We've talked about it all the time. We actually have to go all the way back to December to find the last one that didn't fill. And that would have been around $24,000, which we almost filled when we came down to 27 in that January dip at the end of the month. But that was around, $25,000 approximately. Everyone has been filled since then. So $54,000 to me is not that, out of the question to fill. And let's see, what was it? Somebody said something a little bit earlier I wanted to touch on. Yeah, what is it? Okay. I think the heck cat is better. Yeah, of course it's better. Thank you, Lucas. He says right now on Bitcoin, on Market Cipher, on the 2-hour chart, a green dot, just formed here. So, God, makes me want to go in. But I'm really shy right now. I got burnt bad this morning. So sometimes even when you get good positions, you just gotta take a little break. I'm taking a little break today. So, but this is, TJ, what happened the last time I said I was taking a break? Do you remember?
It ripped.
Yeah, but I also went and made a trade like 30 minutes later after I said that.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's autograph NFT project on Earn. Is that true?
I have no idea.
Interesting. Let me look that up real quick. Is this? It looks like it's true. Look at this. Wow. Is this, did he say Eternity? Let me look here. Let me search it. No, it doesn't say that. It does not say that in this article. So, 7-time Super Bowl champion to release an NFT platform.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Is he trying to be NFL Top Shots?
Yeah.
Possibly. Very interesting. So, Voyager is having problems with withdrawals and not responding to tickets. People have been in limbo for weeks. Look at any of their Twitter posts. Wow, we don't talk about Voyager on this channel, so, but, oops, read that one. Anyway, so looking at Bitcoin here, we did have one on the 2 dot. So I'll be honest with you, if my phone was not on TikTok down there, hello TikTok people also, I would be putting in a trade right now. Actually, I think I don't even know if I'm logged in. Let me see if I'm logged in real quick. Because I like a green dot on the 2-hour chart is pretty good. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put in a trade, TJ. What do you think?
Yeah. Give it a shot.
Yeah, let's do it. So 56, 450. Oh, God, it's going to run away from me. 460. It tries to run away from me every time. Okay, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, we got it. We got it filled by a millisecond. By what? Did you see it?
Yeah, instantly.
It got filled instantly, and it immediately went up like after I did. So I did go ahead and put in a trade here. We'll see what happens. I've been totally wrecked today. So hopefully we can make some of those gains back. It's just when you're betting on longs and the prices aren't going up, it is what it is. So hopefully we can get some of that back. And then you know what? I'm having Jason Casper on, I think, next week. And he's got a Market Cipher course. A lot of people say it's really good, so I'm going to go check that out too. So it's not just NFL, it's multi-sport and multi-entertainer.
Interesting.
I wonder when old TB12 is going to be calling old BBC. It's BitBoy Crypto, y'all.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might want to.
Why? The British Broadcasting Company?
Yeah. Big difference.
Big difference. Big difference, DJ. Yeah. Okay. All right. Between the BBC and BitBoy Crypto. I like it. All right. So here we go. Coinbase first quarter revenue hits record $1.8 billion, has its NASDAQ listing. And this is what I want to point out to you guys real quick. Okay. And we talk about this today with Crypto Face. If we go on our daily chart here, okay, and we look at what's happening on the daily chart, what's happening in terms of, God, let me need to remove that. What's happening in terms of the money flow? It looks like the money flow on the daily chart is really solid. Nothing to indicate that really things are going down long term. But check this out. Today is April 7th. Well, guess what happens right here? Guess what happens right there? What a terrible line. Right there. Coinbase IPO. So, could we be seeing some consolidation as we head towards that? Remember, because this is a direct listing, it is hugely advantageous for the price of Bitcoin to be going up and doing well when Coinbase lists. And actually, their reports and their earnings, definitely indicate that it's very important. It actually hits record 1.8 billion their revenue did from their earnings report right before the listing. Now, once again, the price of Bitcoin is tied to this valuation of Coinbase. Okay, there's no question about it. Their earnings are directly tied. So we got to do the math here. Now, maybe and TJ and I were talking about this earlier before we went live here. If we get to the middle of next week, to the end of next week, if we get to, let's see, so the 14th, I guess that would make 15, 16, 17, like the 19th, April 19th would be the Monday. Mm-hmm. If by April 19th, Bitcoin is still ranging and not doing well, and we have no fireworks from this Coinbase IPO, could be time to start getting a little concerned.
Yeah, that could be cause for concern. Because like you said, they're very, very incentivized to see the price go up this week. Everything that we're kind of feeling right now feels like calm before the storm, consolidation. We're going to come to the end of that triangle and then supposed to break up, But if it doesn't, like you said, and we're still going sideways and we hit that point, that, like you said, it could be some cause for concern.
Hey, I like it. Hey.
Yeah.
Guys, let's get Fonz over here. Yeah. There's definitely some reason for concern, but we've looked at it before. I mean, we could possibly be looking at a scenario like 2013 and 14 where we have a drop in the middle and then, prices go back up. I don't think we're going to see that. I do think we are going to bounce out of this if we look at all of our indicators. Now, the Pi cycle top indicator is extremely close right now. It's almost touching. It's not touching. But all of the other top indicators are not showing anything. So keep that in mind.
My gut still says we'll still rip right before or after this.
Me too.
Like, I don't think it's going to flop.
It feels like a rubber band, right? Like kind of what we were expecting was right now that rubber band would already start releasing and firing back up as we get closer. We thought in the first week of April we would see the price going up. It looked like we were seeing that. But now it's more like, okay, it's just down there waiting. And now as we get closer to the actual date, it's going to release and it's going to shoot up. That's what I think is going to happen. I will be shocked if the price is not all-time highs when this Coinbase IPO happens.
I mean, the traditional finance people were freaking out yesterday over those earnings. Like, it was higher than anticipated, and I'm pretty sure their Q1 of this year was greater than all of their 2020 earnings. So they made more this quarter than they did all of last year, which is, $2 billion. It's a lot of money for one quarter.
Yeah, so I talked to Justin today, Justin O from Couple Cents on YouTube. For Stonks Day. We recorded a couple days early because I'm going to be gone on Friday. And I think, if I remember correctly, he said their earnings were higher than the actual NASDAQ that they're listed on.
Jeez. That's funny.
Yeah. I'm floating the idea, like, is Coinbase the next FANG stock? And then what apparently, did you know that FANG stocks are all, like, software companies?
I didn't. I was about to ask. I don't even know what a FANG stock is.
You don't know what a FANG stock is?
No.
You don't know what FANG stands for?
No.
Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, Alphabet. But yeah, that's what it stands for. So they're like the big tech stocks. But I didn't realize that it's because of the software behind. They're all basically software companies. Mm-hmm. Did you know that Amazon makes all of its money on its cloud service?
Yes.
It makes like nothing on the delivery.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
No, Amazon Web Services is not even on most people's radar, and it's such a huge monopoly. It's insane.
And I think, by the way, let's give Justin some love here, guys, on that YouTube channel. Couple Cents. He talks stocks. We talk stonks. We talk stonks once a week. Today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Justin does crypto too, so he's actually got BlockFi. It is the BlockFi director coming onto his channel, so you guys can go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's got 72.2 thousand subscribers. He's grown all this in a year. So, you guys go show Justin some love. We're going to continue to talk stocks once a week on this channel and stuff like that. So, learned a lot. I learned a lot from him about the Coinbase stuff. Coinbase would have earned $2 billion just buying Bitcoin with its seed money.
I don't get this story. This is what all the maxis are talking about, and it's so irrelevant to me. I don't even know how this matters. Like, yeah, if they kept all their money in
They are the most cultish people I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Bigger cult than the XRP army, for sure.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe,
Finally, TJ has come to my side on XRP. He loves it. But here's the thing though that really bothers me about the maxis, and why it really. Any thoughts on Deep Brain Chain? No thoughts on Deep Brain Chain. None.
No, they stole all our thoughts.
Yeah, but here's the thing that really bothers me about the Bitcoin maximalists. One of the things is that it's so cultish that like once one of them comes out, one of the larger ones comes out with like some take on something, the rest immediately pile on that take. Like they didn't think that yesterday.
Nope.
But today, like MicroStrategy is far superior to Coinbase. Like that's the narrative the maxis are talking about today.
Right.
Like Coinbase has been here since like 2013, I think. Yeah. MicroStrategy just showed up, guys. You got to remember that. I love Michael Saylor. He was on the show. Great. We bought Bitcoin way before he did.
Well,
so
that's basically what Eric Voorhees was saying too, and he was kind of he always is like the one fighting with the maxis.
That's who I saw.
Yeah, and
love Eric.
Yeah, he's a good guy, good perspectives, and I mean, people don't like the way they handle the Bitcoin Cash fork, but I mean, it's crazy to act like Coinbase hasn't contributed and done a lot for Bitcoin. Like, it's kind of like hating Roger Ver. It's kind of right in the same context.
It is. And so now the maxis are against Eric Voorhees, I guess. They've been against him for a while, I think.
They've always been at odds with him, but they can't really.
You know who they hate? You know who the maximalists hate? Free thinkers.
Yeah.
They cannot stand free thinkers. They're so cultish and they're so stuck in whatever their latest narrative. And it changes. Like, that's the frustrating thing is what they believe about something changes on a daily basis. But they all mimic it. So it's like, oh, it's definitely this way now. So can't wait to meet some of these maxis at Bitcoin 2021.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. Do you think anyone will come say anything to me? Because, I'm like the villain. I don't know if you guys know this. Like, I'm the villain to the Bitcoin maximalists.
Oh, I'm sure. They're not shy.
No. But you know what's funny is, like, I don't seem to get, like, a ton of hate from that. I think because they all have me muted. They all have me muted. They hate me. Look, there's some of them, like, we like Gary Leland, we like Brecky. Like, these are two guys that I like. I like Peter McCormick, too, honestly, even though he's as staunch as any and right part of that cult. I like Peter. He's a nice guy. Some of those guys are just unbearable to listen to. So
like you're saying, for the most part, they're good people. Just difference of opinion. But some of them are toxic and, very happy to be toxic.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I said, it's cultish. Yeah. Go back. What was that super chat? Isn't it interesting that we tip fiat and not crypto to the biggest crypto channel in all the interwebs? F this and F fiat. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just YouTube for you. Now, there were some things that were created that were ways people could actually tip with cryptocurrency. We like to kind of stay away from tipping models for what we do because we like to provide what we provide for free. And if you want to tip us, that's great. That's why I don't have a Patreon. I'm not interested in doing a Patreon. I don't want to offer like exclusive stuff that people that are like willing to pay for it. Like we like doing stuff for free on this channel. And so if you out of the goodness of your heart, like, this is what I always say. You ever been around somebody who, when you're at dinner with them, that you offer to pay and they're like, no, you cannot pay for me. You will refuse payment. I will pay for myself. I like to pay for people everywhere I go. Like, I always like to be the person that does that, right? But some people, they refuse. And the way it was said to me is, you know what? You can't take away somebody else's blessing. If somebody wants to bless you, if somebody wants to give you something, then you should accept it. And that's why in my life, if anyone's ever offered to do things for me, I accept it. Unless I feel like they're doing it out of guilt or like a bad, motivation, because they want to do that for you. So if people want to tip here on Super Chats to get noticed or whatever, like we understand that, we respect that. But we don't, we don't really want to like go too hard on. That's why we don't have tipping addresses. We think that's silly. We want you to make $1 million this year and not have to give us $1. That's what we want for you. So, and we've got, plenty of free stuff we do here. So, all right, guys, also remember to smash that like button. Remember to smash that like button, guys. Let's go ahead and smash it. How many people we got in right now?
We got about 21,000.
21,000? Is this our highest ever?
Not ever, but in a
It's pretty high.
In a long time, since probably January.
And we have to have at least 4,000 likes right now, right?
Oh, more. Yeah, we have 6,400.
Whoa, that's a record. Guys, I guess don't smash a like. Let's like contain some. Let's contain some. I'm just kidding. Go ahead and smash it. If you like the fonts, smash that like button. Is Henry Winkler not like the not coolest guy in the world?
Yeah.
So funny. This story right here about BNB reaching a new all-time high, by the way, I mean, that's just in regards to like, hey, we're actually going to have CZ on the channel soon. Also, by the way, that's confirmed. But like, if you're going to invest in Coinbase and the stock, like, hey, why not invest in BNB? This is a coin we're definitely going to be looking to add soon because we hardly have any, and you guys know that. See in our portfolio. Big opportunity we missed out on. So we are looking to add some of this soon.
Well, that's a conversation for another day. But more or less, like for all the people that were freaking out over the numbers that Coinbase had, Binance users, revenue, volume, all that kind of stuff is going to be very similar to Coinbase's, yet they have their own blockchain, launchpad, ecosystem, and more stuff to back it up, and they're outside U.S. regulations. So could be just as much upside, much lower cost of entry.
Yeah, and you can buy it on Binance US. So you can buy it, on a legal US exchange and hold it. So, definitely something we're looking to do. And, those Binance Smart Chads, those Binance Smart Chain projects are starting to get big. We just invested in a few of them. I think one that we did actually, I just had this pulled up, is Euler. This is a project that we recently invested in, Euler.tools. Basically, it's, let's see here. We're TradingView, we're ChartDex, DEX Tools, BitQuery, BSC Scan, and we are PancakeSwap or Uniswap. We're just a platform on top of the tools that built this community. We have integrations with BSC. If you're newer to crypto, you don't know what that means. Binance Smart Chain. It's like the Ethereum network, but the Binance network. We provide trading interfaces to Uniswap, Chainlink oracles. What's their long-term vision? I'm showing you guys this, I didn't really plan on showing you guys this today, but we are investing in this project. It's a Binance project. We're starting to see more of these projects. When we got in on this sale, we actually had to use BNB to get in it. It's actually a new thing for us. We had never done this before. So we're creating data bridges through our interpretation of the blockchain architecture based on the same problem that challenged Euler, the Königsberg bridges. We'll be focusing our work into understanding how blockchain interacts with each other and how the information flows can be optimized. By doing that, we can find the best way to move information efficiently across blockchains while keeping integrity and forecasting the effect that will have. Then they've got Euler.tools is going to be their DeFi blockchain trading and real-world data customization. It kind of like, I think it's supposed to be kind of like DexKit, I think, except for on Binance Smart Chain. I think it'll have some of that same stuff. So that's one you guys can check out, by the way. Here's all of their social media links here. You can join them on Telegram, join them on Twitter, Medium, GitHub, and then, of course, just go to their website, Euler.tools. So just I thought it was kind of cool. I had that pulled up at the bottom of the page, and then here we are talking about Binance Chain. I think it's definitely something to keep in mind. So check that one out if you want. Follow them on Twitter and give them some love. Like I said, we are invested in that project. So here we go. We got the CCI, which is the Crypto Council for Innovation. This is from Jack, if you didn't know. This is the nose-ringed CEO of Twitter. I used to go harder on the guys with nose rings till we hired Mike here. No offense to you guys who have nose rings. Crypto, I got to say it every time, don't I?
Yeah.
Crypto is going to change everything, but it's early days and nothing is promised. That's why we're here. Meet the Crypto Council for Innovation with Paradigm, Coinbase, Square, and Fidelity. Here's what we'll be doing, and then they talk about the article. Was this the Wall Street Journal article? No. Let me click on the article.
Yeah. I'm interested to hear your thought. Have you read on this much?
I looked at it a little bit over here on this one here. Let me tell the people what it is, and I'll give my thoughts. Basically, leading crypto companies, Fidelity, Square, Coinbase, and Paradigm, forming a cryptocurrency trade group. It would help lobby policymakers to look at cryptocurrencies in a good light, promote innovation in the emergent sector. First reported by the Wall Street Journal. And I think we had hints of this at an early time, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We had talked about this before. Let's see here. So you got crypto venture capital firm Paradigm, led by co-founder Fred Ersham, and wasn't he also the co-founder of Coinbase?
I'm not sure.
I think he was. He is. Yeah. You know what's funny about this?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, I know my crypto guys. I've been here for a while. I remember when me and Fred used to chat back and forth on customer support on Coinbase back in 2003.
2003.
So if you remember, we did an article where we were taking a look. We were taking a look at kind of a crypto cartel, if you will. There's a lot of these crypto cartels out there. This is not the real cartel, so to speak, but groups and venture capitalists that control a lot of stuff in crypto. And this is why when we talk about Coinbase, whether directly or indirectly being able to affect the price of Bitcoin as the IPO comes up, I mean, look, when you got all the money in the world, you can do that. Now, do they do that? I can't tell them. We know they have done that in the past. They just got fined for wash trading from several years ago. So we know they're capable of it. But Fred Ursham, or I guess it's Ursum, not Ursham. Fred Ursum and Brian Armstrong, they're both right there in that kind of those early, crypto people who have billions of dollars and have a lot of, ways and means of doing things. And once again, I do want to say, I say this every time, we love Coinbase. We like Coinbase just because they have the capability and the power to do something. We're not accusing them of doing anything like that. But I think it'll be very interesting to see if the price goes up as things come. So the fact that this is being led by, Coinbase, Fred Ursum, who is right there in the middle of that, traditional, Fidelity digital assets, and then also Square. So, Twitter's involved basically because you got Jack there, and, Square has the Cash App. So you got a lot of big players in the space. They're going to be pushing for changes, lobbying, making innovation, regulation very clear. We've got 2 videos this weekend, by the way, one on crypto taxes, if you're interested in that. I know it's not a popular subject, but we get a lot of requests to talk taxes. So we actually have Austin Woodward from TaxBit coming on over the weekend. And then also I have Max from Gordon Law, who will be coming on to talk John McAfee and crypto regulation and things like that on Sunday. So you guys watch out for those videos. But the point here is, we need regulation. We need this. We need these power players to go in there and lobby. One thing we've talked about being very scared of in the future of America is the techocracy. Some people call it the technocracy, and I don't like that because that sounds like a great name of a rave.
Yeah, that's what I always think techno too.
Technocracy. Oh wait, don't make me go with the glow sticks again. Shh. You guys don't. I used to be in the rave scene in Atlanta, like real big time.
What was your
back
nickname?
in 2000. My nickname, what was my rave name? So what's funny is we were having this conversation like there's a lot of crossover from the early 2000s and late 90s rave scene to cryptocurrency. A lot of people in crypto, believe it or not, were definitely in that scene. Innovators, right?
Is that where the name dump truck came from?
No, that was no. That was from my hood years. But the thing is that in the rave scene you would have little rave names back in the day, and so in cryptocurrency you have little cartoon avatars, and it's kind of the same thing. So my rave name was UPS, UPS, because I worked at UPS and I wore my UPS shirt to the raves. Wow. So someone said, "Oh, what's up, UPS?" Said UPS. They were obviously high. And so it kind of stuck. So yeah.
Fun fact, I knew somebody in their 30s that made it all the way to their 30s and had only ever heard it called UPS. They didn't know it was UPS.
No way.
100%.
Well, big ups to that guy.
Yeah.
Big ups. So anyway.
So you think this is a good thing, more or less?
Well, if getting back to my point here about before we went talking about raves, to the techocracy, okay? I like calling it techocracy. We did a video in this talking about the future of America, how scary it is. And I mentioned this a couple times. I'm telling you guys, like, if you really sit and you think about what is the end goal for all of these tech companies, like, how much money does Jeff Bezos need? Like, how much money does Elon Musk need? Like, how much money do they're already the richest guys in the world. Why are they, like, one day going to plug us up to the Matrix and freaking siphon us off and use us as products? Well, the reason is because I'm telling you guys, this is all leading to us getting off this planet. I don't believe in aliens, but I do believe that the end goal for a lot of this crazy tech stuff we're seeing right now is Mars colonization. They won't get off this planet in case something happens here with climate change or just, in the future. And so that's why it makes sense that they're really trying to blow us up and get huge. So it's scary to think about us as people on this planet getting used as products, but yet we see it all the time. Our data is the product. And that is a representation of us. That's what Facebook stole. They just had a big Facebook hack that was, released over the weekend. We see they're continuing to do this, and they're not letting up on it. They want to control America. These big tech companies do. It's very scary, but that's their end game. I'm very sure of that. I know I sound like Alex Jones up here, but I really believe that for 100%, and they're not going to stop. Only through intervening somehow through blockchain, I believe, and cryptocurrency, are we going to be able to stop some of that stuff. But the whole point in me saying all that, because it sounds like I'm going off on a deep rabbit trail. I'm actually not. We need the same level of lobbyist in cryptocurrency pushing for crypto regulation and blockchain regulation, because I do believe it is the closest thing to a savior outside of religion here, the closest thing we have to a savior for saving us from the techocracy. And so the Google controls Washington, D.C. Facebook controls Washington, D.C. They have these lobbyists there. And so I think we need something from cryptocurrency to do the same thing, to be able to prevent those other people from totally taking over everything. So I think this is a good thing. I think they got big money. I think they can push for regulation. And then in roundabout ways, I think, a lot of the things in blockchain that are solutions to a lot of these big data privacy problems, censorship problems that we have, I think we might get a chance to shine. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm on the same wavelength in the sense that I think this is a positive thing for the development of crypto long term. It's just also kind of what you were alluding to of like, who knows what their incentives truly are. And, is Coinbase, is Fidelity, is Square, are these really the people we want lobbying to create all these laws? Do they do it for their own gain, for their own advantage, or do they really care? Most of the time when we hear about this stuff with like lobbyists and politicians and politics and all this stuff, it's all smoke and mirrors for their true end game, like you're talking about, which I agree is control. So it'll be real interesting to see. I think on the short term, this is great for prices. It's great for everything to go up. We'll make a lot of money. But I think it'll be really interesting as this plays out over the next like 10 or 15 years. I think it'll be a battle kind of between the maxis and the pure Bitcoiners, and then a lot of these other people that, this council, so to speak. I have a feeling they're going to be very pro-alts, very anti-Bitcoin, say it's bad for the environment, that kind of stuff. So it'll just be real interesting to see how this narrative...
But then you got Jack on there, though. He's not going to be anti-Bitcoin.
He might be, and if he goes,
he did sell an NFT on Ethereum, right, so he must love Ethereum now.
He is a maxi, but I also see him being very cognizant of the energy use, and that seems to be a narrative that is starting to get pushed really hard now out of nowhere.
And I talked about yesterday. I saw this in a conversation I had with someone very interesting. You guys are going to find out about down the road.
Yeah.
But that is a big concern, especially in a lot of places in America and in Europe.
Even though it's been dispelled so many times, I think once you start getting into that political realm, they're going to eat that up. So it'll be real interesting to see how it develops.
Well, I like to believe that we have better people in crypto than we have in other places. I like to believe that a lot of these people, including Brian Armstrong, like, yes, they love money. I love money too. You love money. We all love money. We like nice things, right? Or we like being, it's not just necessarily about the things, TJ's a minimalist. He hardly has anything, as he says. He's the Andre Gike of BitBoy Crypto. But the thing is that, he, or that we really believe, like, financial freedom is important to people. Like, just whether or not you will ever buy a Lambo, we know that's a very unrealistic dream for most people. And most people that have the money don't even want to buy a Lambo, okay? But we know that can be kind of unrelatable or whatever. But the fact is, that being able to pay your bills every month and not have to worry about where that money is coming from if you don't get a paycheck that month, we know that's financial freedom. Like, that's what we want for you more than anything. We want you to be able to know that, like, one day, even if it's when you're 60, that you retire, you're going to have money. You're not going to have to worry about, where you're going to pay for your next meal at or how your kids are going to have to take care of you. That's what we want for you, okay? But I believe that most people in crypto are good people, and that's how you ended up here. We all want the money for sure, but you come and you stay for the movement. And I believe that even these people, these crypto cartel people, I think they do have best interests at heart for a lot of crypto stuff. The question is going to be when they get up there rubbing elbows and shoulders with the Washington folks, if they change.
Right.
And I think that's kind of what you alluded to. Fidelity being involved ain't too sexy to me. But, I know Jack's definitely an idealistic person. I don't hate Jack.
No, I don't. He's one of the best ones on there, in my opinion. It's going to be real interesting to see also who else gets added to this as it goes on. Do they start pulling in Goldman Sachs and Circle and Morgan Stanley and all these people that are launching these ETFs? It's just going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah. Well, I think just touching on Jack real quick, like, Twitter sucks. Like, we have a big problem with Twitter. But I think Jack also has problems with Twitter. I feel like a lot of times his hands are tied, and you see him talking, his shareholders and his board and stuff like that. I think they really stifle him a lot. I think he actually is a good person.
I agree with that.
Evidenced by
he might find himself in that same role on this council.
He might. So I do trust Jack. I do like him. I think there's a lot of negligent stuff they do on Twitter, but ultimately, if you ask me to choose between Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg and the CEO of Alphabet and Jeff Bezos, I know who I'm taking.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taking Elon. I'm taking friggin' Jack Dorsey. So I think it'd be really interesting down the road to see how we perceive Jack Dorsey in 5 to 10 years. So we need to help Library and XRP win against the SEC. No need for suppression of speech. I agree with you 100%. Mason Lifestyle, agree with you on all that stuff. So I mean, I think when TJ and I both agree, right? Like he doesn't like XRP. I like it for you. You know, I don't own any right now, but I do think that. I do think that we don't like, you know, the way that any of this has been handled with those lawsuits. So the 88 pillow needs some love.
It's not even up there right now.
Or is it? Look at my Cardano pillow. That's right, made by Jasmine. It's a nice pillow. We like Cardano. It's been on a little pump lately, and you know, it's slowed down, so it's in a little consolidation. We'll get back talking more Cardano down the road. Justin, you want to come up? Come on up, Justin. Justin could not wait to come on today. This is not the Justin that you're used to.
It's a different.
Yeah, you got the microphone over there? You want to come over?
You're gonna have to scoot yours over, Ben.
Well, there's no chair. Oh, he's got to scoot it over?
No, you. Just pull.
This?
No, yours.
Mine over?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
So I got my end. There.
Yeah. Can you duck down so you don't look so awkward on the
Well,
screen?
you can raise the mic up.
No, I was talking about the
No,
camera.
that cuts my head off.
Oh, I see.
Okay, well, it's better than me doing it. So, guys, this is Justin. Say hey.
What's up?
Justin actually, this is my favorite story about Justin. He created the name BitBoy.
And look at you now.
And look at me now. This is an old friend of mine, Justin. We go way back in the day. And, you know, we actually have got some exciting stuff that we've been doing. Justin been in charge of our NFTs back when we were on Rarible. You guys know we don't really like Rarible, so we don't talk about it that much anymore. Which, by the way, if you did buy some of our cards on Rarible, you still will get all the things that were promised there. We'll talk about that after our Wax launch.
Absolutely.
But we've got very exciting stuff going on with Wax right now. And so you kind of want to talk, you want to show this. And then Justin, I'm going to let you take over. Just kind of talk about what we got going on here.
Yeah, we have a release on Wax. It's a 42 different characters, equipment cards, one location card, and some team ups, and that's coming out Tuesday. And each one of those characters and equipment cards will have 4 different rarities. So it's a total of 168 total NFTs, unique NFTs. Collectors of all 168.
Don't hit the desk.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Sorry, guys. Collector of all 168 will have a physical deck builder card, deck builder game mailed to them. So that's pretty cool. Also, we're doing a limited release. It's a 2-week limited merch on our merch site. And every purchase of the Bitverse merch will enter you to win a Wax pack, a silver or gold.
They said you're my daddy.
Daddy.
Yeah, they said you're my daddy.
Oh, because I gave you the name.
Yeah.
Nice.
I created the artwork for BitBoy originally, just so you know.
He did create the logo and everything. I just gave the name. It was just the name.
Yeah, now they're also asking if I'm super short because you're tall. No, I'm exactly average American male height. I'm 5'9.5". That's exactly average, just so y'all know. I'm not short. Do not call me short.
I'm 7'6".
Yeah, so how tall are you, Justin? Like 6'3"?
I'm 6'3".
6'3".
6'3".
He's
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
Okay, he's big. I'm a normal sized guy. He's a big guy. Right. Now I'm a lot more swollen than he is, but that's a different story. Okay.
Right now. Yeah.
But guys, yeah. So in our original plan for this, just so everybody knows, was to create like a gamified blockchain deck builder game. But that's a little. You stay up here. That's a little bit harder than we thought. We're actually in talks with some companies that have developed some stuff on Wax. You guys can read between the lines there. On eventually gamifying on the blockchain, but when the physical packs go out, it will be an actual deck builder game. And Justin, because here's a comment we got a lot. People say, oh, they're jumping on NFT bandwagon, blah, blah, blah. How long have we been working on this?
So originally we worked on these characters since the beginning of the channel, 2018. Yeah. But as far as our first release, that was middle of last year, I think, on Rarible, or at least September, October. So we've been on the NFT game for
way
quite
before
some
everybody
time.
else was.
Quite some time.
But what you see is we didn't just put out cheap stuff, and we didn't just kind of go out and throw this out there with Wax and say, oh, let's just put some stuff out there to put it out there. We've been working extremely hard. 3 graphic designers working on this. We started this with Wax, I think, in October.
I think.
I think in October we
That
started.
was our first call, yeah.
Yeah, their first call. So like 6 or 7 months at this point. We've been working on this stuff. We're very proud of it. We think it's going to do really well. We are going to try to gamify this on blockchain in the future. And this is the first. We got more exciting stuff going on with merch. You want to tell them about the little thing we're going to be doing with the merch for this?
Yeah, we'll have Bitverse merch on our merch
store,
site. Yeah. It'll come out. It's a 2-week limited offer. So every purchase of a Bitverse merch item on the merch store will enter you to win a free wax pack. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Free wax pack. Now, is that like something to wax hair with?
Yes, exactly. That's what that's
nice.
for.
It's a wax pack. So, but yeah, guys, so we're really excited about that. And we also have another really big. Better get these protected on Eureka. Something we may want to look at, actually.
Yeah.
Eureka, the copyright NFT. But you want to kind of talk about the other, like, not necessarily with the wax release, but we got some more big stuff coming on. You want to talk about the new guy we brought on? How much can we say? Can we say it?
We can. I think we can say. I don't want to say his name.
Yeah, we don't have to say his name.
But we can definitely say we have some artists from the major DC, Marvel universe comic artists coming on and they reached out to us, coming on to complete our first Bitverse comic book. So that's very exciting.
So we're gonna. Our goal is to compete with DC and Marvel with this. So you guys are gonna see these are gonna be really good characters. They're gonna be really awesome comic books. These cards, we put a lot of time and effort into them. They're going to be rare. You're going to be able to get physical cards if you get the whole thing. So the packs, like, they look real sweet. We're super excited about it. Justin, thanks for coming up. Thanks for being my daddy, as they say. My diddy. My wife said that down in South Georgia, they say diddy. They don't say diddy. Yeah. Up here in North Georgia, we say diddy. Okay.
Well, and that was one thing I wanted to point out, too, that's important is...
Diddy versus Deddy?
No, regarding these cards.
Yeah.
And the Bitverse in general this is really just the beginning. This is just the start. We're building that whole ecosystem into the Bitverse. Once the game gets completed. Actually, somebody's coming to the meetup tonight. They're flying in that all they do is trading card game content.
Nice.
They want to help us with the balance changes and a lot of the different stuff like that. So between this, there's actually social media accounts for the Bitverse now. We're going to be doing a lot with this on Sandbox and Discord and all these. This is just kind of the announcement of the characters, but as more time goes on, there's going to be more and more and more utility added to these characters and more ways to use them and unlock things, and it's going to be pretty cool. But all that stuff takes time to develop. It is,
and that's why, like, we told you guys this when we started on Rareable. A lot of people were upset with us, and because they're like, oh, you just came on here. Like, guys, the entire idea of this channel was not a crypto news channel. It was a comic series. That's what this actually started as. That's what BitBoy is. I'm not BitBoy. You call me BitBoy. I've become known as that. But BitBoy is a comic superhero. And so really excited to be getting back to the original stuff. You guys can go to on.wax.io/Bitverse. And I tell you guys what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go here. You know what? Let's do it tomorrow. Tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to put out a tweet about this. And we're going to add that to our, we're going to add some new entries for our contest. Right here, you guys can see on Twitter. You can go to our Twitter account here on the screen. Thank you, TJ. By the way, Justin, we had a comment that said Justin is cute. I do want you guys to know he is married. He is married. He's like me.
Shout out to my wife.
Shout out to his wife. We're both extremely good looking, very intelligent.
Ask him who's more good looking.
Obviously, I'm more good looking. They call me Swole Boy. Okay, you got one comment. I get like 90 every 100 comments about how good looking I am. But the thing is ladies, TJ is single. So I'm just saying, not quite as good looking, not quite as smart as me and Justin, but he is single. So he does have that, and he does have 2 curb tire wheels on his car. So he's got a lot to offer. So come on out to the meetup tonight and get hitched with TJ.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not necessarily looking for that, so I hope nobody has their hopes up.
But we are partners.
Yeah.
So that is correct.
Unless you're like 27 and have a degree in corporate law, very smart.
We are looking for a lawyer for the two of us to well, I don't want to say 2 of us to marry, but because I'm married already. But
we need an attorney to help us finalize our arrangements.
Yes, and guys, you got, or ladies, you have to understand, if you come get TJ, this is a package deal. You get me 2. So if you can't handle this. Okay.
Oh, that was the other thing. I need somebody that has a bigger personality than Ben. So
hey!
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. But guys, so tomorrow we're going to add some more entries to our giveaway. And so you guys will be able to go retweet about our wax project, and also, and can you put that on the Trello card, by the way, to make sure to do it. And then also to visit the site so you guys can see it. So really excited about it. It's going to be real fun. Looking forward to it. And there's going to be so much more development in this area of what we're doing. So no, we ain't just new. We've been talking about NFTs more than any other channel out there other than probably Elio, who's a person we're going to be partnering with on some stuff too. So really excited. Okay, all right, let's keep talking about crypto, I guess. Let's talk about FTX Arena.
Let's just do it super quick.
Yeah.
I was going to just skip that one. I mean, it's interesting, but...
Okay, yeah, Miami Heat, is it frozen? I'm frozen right here, I think. What is that?
Well, we can just go. Basically,
No, I did want to talk about it for a second.
There it goes.
I'm having problems with my mouse over here. Okay, anyways, guys, Miami Heat announced cryptocurrency partnership. We already knew about that. The FTX Arena, that's a crypto exchange, is going to be the new name of the arena down there. But no Bitcoin accepted. So for the short term, America Airlines Arena remains, even with the airline's naming rights agreement having expired over a year ago. They will be going on and naming it the FTX Arena. But oh no, they don't take Bitcoin. So it's just kind of silly, I think.
They asked if they would, and they said maybe in the future, and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, but, I mean, do you want to go spend your Bitcoin there?
No. Maybe my XRP.
You know what would be cool?
What?
If the NBA partnered with Bitcoin and started putting Bitcoin logos on the basketballs.
That'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool. Let's get a Bitcoin basketball. Let's do that. Let's put that on the merch store. All right, let's just move on. We'll talk about the next thing. I know we've kind of gone off the rails here, but it's been a fun show today. Yeah. So, and you know what? I'm going on vacation starting tomorrow after the stream. So, you know what? I'm glad to spend some time with my people. I just want to talk to y'all sometimes. Isn't that cool? Like, I just want to talk to y'all. Like, I don't want to have to give you information. Aren't we just friends? Do you guys come here because you're my friend or you like crypto?
You don't want to know the answer to that.
I know. All right, latest altcoin season fueled by XRP, Tron, and Stellar pushes crypto market value to $2 trillion for the first time. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Justin Sun. Prices for Bitcoin have doubled this year for a market value of $1.1 trillion, but the rally has paused in recent weeks, allowing altcoins to seize the market leadership. Bitcoin's market dominance or its share of the overall market industry capitalization has slid from about 57% to 57% from around 73%. What's it at now?
Well, that was it.
55.7, even lower again. Because didn't we say 57 was the number we had to go down, and then now it's at 55.7? Let me just take a look at that real quick. This is what we're talking about. No, not overall market cap. Let's see here. It is continuing to drop. It did crater down to 55.68 on March 35th, and right now it's at what? 55.
What date? March 35th?
31st, sorry. 31st, not the 35th. That's my birthday, though. Bitcoin, 55.8%. So it's almost at basically I think almost a 2-year low right now. 55.6 is the 2-year low. So we're at 55.8, barely trending above that. So very interesting to see. And, I've been telling you guys that we're definitely, seeing the Bitcoin dominance fall. I mean, it's a clear downtrend at this point. Daily transaction counts on Tron have been consistently surpassing the transactions on Ethereum, according to data from CoinDesk and Coinmetrics. How do you feel about that?
I wonder why they use those two.
Well, because here's the thing. Like when we talked about Tron a little bit this week. I'm upset with them and have been for a while now. I'm not, Tron it ain't my thing. So even though, at one point Tron's giving was very important. The thing is that when it comes to these daily transactions, a lot of it is artificial, and that's just facts. Ethereum, there's nobody at Ethereum that's like, let's pump up the transactions because it looks good if we have more transactions than Tron or Bitcoin. We see all the DeFi usage, all of the NFT usage on Ethereum. Why do you guys think those gas prices get so high? Because so many transactions are going through. With Tron, a lot of these transactions are kind of forced transactions on dApps created to pump up the transaction numbers. And so, the number of now look, Tron is definitely, improved a little bit. It definitely is, on an upswing right now. I've told people forever that eventually Tron would have its turn pumping, and we're seeing that now. So, you can take advantage of the pumps, and that's great. But for us, it's not one we're really looking at. But, if you look at a lot of the projects, is this the one that has this one doesn't have it. Earlier, I actually saw something on Twitter that was about the top 10 gainers for the month or whatever. Like 3 of them are Tron related. You have Tron, you have BitTorrent, not BitTorrent. And also you have Just is another one. I think that's Just is kind of the coin of their Uniswap on Tron. So I definitely don't want to sit up here and say like, all Tron transactions are fake, it's terrible, but it's not, but it's a little overinflated. There's a little more centralization there than in other places. People can read between the lines on what that means. You go figure that out for yourself. But right now it is on an upswing and it is doing better. So could be a time to ride some of these, but generally what we see is by the time we realize that all these coins have pumped, it might be too late to get in. So keep that in mind. For Ethereum, the success has come at a cost with the gas fees. We've already talked about that. One example of the fast industry growth, according to Denis Vinokurov, head of research at Synergia Capital, is Binance Smart Chain. And it says that the total transaction volume on Binance Smart Chain in February alone hit 700 billion, and we know that because we're using PancakeSwap, crushing it. That's one I want to add to our portfolio too, TJ. I want to add PancakeSwap. What do you think? We've never owned a food coin before.
I don't have strong feelings in either direction.
Okay, that's good. So I feel like it's one to add. I don't want to put like $1 million into it, but I wanted a little bit exposure to cake. I mean, my dad used to call me Cake Boy.
Did he really?
Before I was Swole Boy. Well, it's because I love cake. I mean, I can't love cake. Who doesn't love cake? So, my stepmom, she has an unusual knack for creating good cakes. Like, she's really good. So I don't eat cake that much. I want to go to their house and make some cake. I want to eat it. And it's really good. So I want multiple pieces, but I don't want to take any home with me because obviously that's how you go from fit boy to
sit boy.
So, anyways, so we're just seeing a lot of stuff in the altcoin market. What does this mean for Bitcoin? It says analysts said the growing interest in altcoins will eventually benefit the largest crypto. I mean, guys, look, overall, crypto is symbiotic, right? There's a relationship between Bitcoin and the altcoins. When one's doing well, the other one does well. They're both going to do well at the same time. Bitcoin brings attention to altcoins. When altcoins pump, it gets people excited, and then they drop back down a little bit, and people are like, oh, I should have just bought Bitcoin. So it all works together. So someone wants me to say pecan. Why do they want me to say pecan?
Because that's not how you say it.
What? Sorry, I was just peeking in the chat, and I saw that. So
how do you say pecan pie?
Pecan pie.
Yeah.
No, it's pecan pie. Everybody knows it's pecan. I love pecans. Love pecans. All right, so I love Elians. I love pecans. I love a lot of things.
And the dentist at 2:30.
And the dentist at Tooth Hurty. Dentacoin. Shout out. Ripple wins access to SEC discussions. Now, we saw yesterday, I did a video, and actually one of my researchers made an interesting point. And I want to say that I didn't think it was a great point that Jaron made. I understand why he made it. Jaron's one of my researchers. He said, based on my XRP video yesterday, he said, well, he didn't really think that, Jed McCaleb should have been included in everything because Jed McCaleb didn't want them to do the sale the way that they did it. And that's why he left. Well, that's kind of stupid.
Still took the money.
Still took the money. Like, what does the intention of, why he left have to do? If he really didn't believe it and he really thought it was dangerous, then he would have taken his payment out in cash.
Or he wouldn't have. Charles didn't take the payment at all when he left Ethereum. He's the only founder who didn't. Nothing stopping Jeb from doing that.
Nothing stopped. Like, truly, if you're going to go against him, then, say, I don't want to be a part of it. That's like with Tron. We don't like Tron. I'm not a big fan of Tron. Like I said, I don't own a Tron. I'm not going to own it. I don't care if it pumps up. Like, I've got something to get. Like, for ideal reasons, I'm not going to buy it. Okay? So, because of that, like, I'm going to stick to my convictions. I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. Jed, if you're that against it, then you shouldn't take in the money. And it's just so weird to me that people were defending him from that video. I mean, it looks pretty sketchy if you ask me, the whole thing. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. When I started that XRP video last night, or yesterday morning when I started writing it, that didn't go the way I thought it was going. I was just going to talk about the case and all that stuff, but I started looking at it and I was like, wait a second here. How long has Jed McCaleb taken this money for? 7 years. From what year? 2014. What year is it today? 2021. If you really actually look at all the numbers, May is when he can dump all of his XRP. They say he's got $2 billion left. He can dump all of it. What is in May? Part of this lawsuit, part of the trial. So it's a little sketch. Look, I can't sit up here and accuse him of anything. All I'm pointing out to you guys is the numbers are weird, coincidences are weird. You guys make your own judgments, but at the end of the day, it looks like he's going to freeze a bird on this no matter what happens. Meanwhile, you got Brad Garlinghouse and you got Chris Larson, who have made what they're being accused of is about 25%. Actually, Jed McCaleb can dump $2 billion now. That's not even counting all of the money that he's made. It's probably closer to $6, $7, $8 billion.
Yeah, he's made way more than the other two.
Way more. And he's not named in it. It's crazy to me. So,
and it's also interesting to me that this is not the first time that he's had all these crazy coincidences, makes all this money, and gets out right at the last second, right before.
Always looking like the hero.
Yeah.
Every time.
Interesting.
It's sketchy. In fact, people are defending him. I'm a little weirded out by that. So, I don't know. So, I think at this point, I think we own some stuff. I almost feel like backing out of Stellar completely too over all this. The more I dug into it, the more I felt icky about it. I don't like it. So maybe we should move our Stellar into something else. So if you're going to be idealistic, you got to be idealistic, But, okay, guys. So anyways, back to this story. Ripple wins access to SEC discussions on defining crypto assets as securities. Yeah, guys, Hit Network Mike has been sick, and the Hit Network is still running full in effect. We actually have our new vlogger, Frank, coming down, I think, next week, maybe?
He'll be here Friday or Saturday. So even if one of them's sick, we'll still have videos. So it's, getting it going. It's fun. I know we've been missing the videos too. So, but anyways, Ripple's lawyers will dig through SEC's internal discussion on crypto for mention of XRP. So this is really big because if you listen to what Brad Garlinghouse said yesterday, what will the video be on tonight? By the way, on altcoins I'm buying today. That's what it's going to be on. Well, Brad Garlinghouse basically said that, how can they possibly, it's ironic that they're saying that we're a security when they haven't even deemed if we're a security. Shouldn't the SEC be making that determination before they come and say, hey, you did an illegal token sale? How could XRP how could they do an illegal token sale when it had not been deemed it was illegal yet? So I don't know. Some of that's a little in the minutia. But, the fact that now, a day later, we're in news that they're getting access to these conversations from the SEC, these internal memos and stuff about XRP and what they actually think about it's very interesting. It says that they granted the defendant's motion in large part. Ripple's challenged the SEC's suit. And a lot of people were saying in the some comments last night in the video, they're saying Ripple is going to win. They are going to win this lawsuit because they're right. I never said they're not right. I just said you're not going to beat the government. It doesn't matter what your standing is. Ultimately, whatever the government decides is going to be what happens. And I think that they're going to force them to settle is what's going to end up happening. So, and I tell you what, I will tell you guys this. If Ripple, TJ's not going to like what I'm about to say. If Ripple absolutely wins this lawsuit, I will go buy $100,000 worth of XRP. And you were right.
I will wear an XRP t-shirt on the stream. How about that? You guys like that? So I guess that's my money, TJ, not yours.
We'll figure it out.
But I'll tell you, that's how confident I am also that it will settle. But if it doesn't, I got to go put $100K in XRP. I mean, it won't be the worst thing in the world. Wearing a Ripple t-shirt. Should it be the old logo or the new logo? It's got to be the old logo, right?
That'd be maybe old logo on the front, new logo on the back.
I like it.
Wear it to Bitcoin 2021.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, I don't want to get killed. Just having my face there is gonna be difficult enough. Jason Casper coming on the channel next week, guys, for sure. So did see that. XRP is a security. They control supply. Enough said. Look, I'm not going to make that determination on what I think that it is. I think the whole thing is outdated. That the whole archaic system by judging what's a security is outdated. So I would actually gear more towards not. It's not, but it's centralized. It is centralized for sure. So, all right, guys, it's going to be interesting to see what they say here. Make sure, guys, to check out the meetup. We do have a meetup coming. Where did I put the meetup at? I can't find it now.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to show it. Just
yeah,
come
I'll
out
show.
tonight.
I do want to show the little thing. It's down here somewhere. I'm almost there. Guys, we do have our meetup coming up at Andretti's tonight, 6:30 to 9, and it says 6:30 to 9. But I do want you guys to know, like, I'm going to stay until I talk to everybody. I don't care if it's 5 in the morning, unless they arrest us and kick us out for being there too long. Because if you're going to come to this meetup, like, you're going to get at least a minute with me or 30. I don't know how much time, but
Well, we're going to have to figure out a system.
yeah. So it says 6:30 to 9, but just know, like, however long it takes for me to talk to everybody, that's what I'm going to want to do. I'll probably lose my voice by the end of the night. I'll have to mime the live stream tomorrow, but then I'll be on vacation, so everything will be fine for that. So make sure to head on over to Andretti's tonight if you're in the Atlanta area. Excited to meet all you guys. Super pumped. So, guys, as always, love you guys. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.